Yesterday saw the end of our 2-week surrender for antique firearms and indeed any other firearms that people wanted to hand in. I'm absolutely delighted with the results. We've had 30 separate surrenders in the last 2 weeks alone, 14 of which were viable firearms that could have fallen into the wrong hands. The weapons that we've had handed in come from a variety of backgrounds, some of which come with some stories that have been given to the officers when they've turned up to make those weapons safe and take them away, so some family history there. And again, I said at the start of the surrender, we do really recognise that here in Merseyside, that some of these weapons will have sentimental value, but I'm delighted that our communities have seen that bigger picture that we talked about a couple of weeks ago around making sure that they don't fall into the wrong hands and making sure our streets are far safer. The guns that we see on the table before us, they're going to have different pathways now. Some will go to NABIS, which is the National Ballistics Intelligence Service, and they will examine them, see if they've been used in any sort of crime at all. Some will go to the Armoury, and that's because they may have historic or value and therefore may well want to be displayed, and others will be disposed of safely. And that was the whole idea, really, is to get these weapons from maybe being on top of people's wardrobes or inside cupboards where they could fall into the wrong hands, either because they're being disposed of inappropriately or if they were unfortunate enough to be subject to a burglary. And are now, these weapons are safely stored with us and will be disposed of correctly. I'm also really pleased because during the course of the surrender, we've actually seen people come forward with antique weapons who've now got a licence as a result of this. So they wanted to keep hold of the weapon for a variety of reasons. We've licensed those people now, so they have to have a gun safe in their home address. So again, prior to the surrender, they were probably on top of a wardrobe or in a cupboard, and now they're in a gun safe at their home address. So again, we've prevented them falling into the wrong hands.